We've discussed sort of challenges. I think sometimes we do an injustice both to AI and to the C-suite. When I've gone into companies and I've done some AI readiness checks, which I want to open up further, you actually find that there's a lot of systems, infrastructures in place, which would make, or which actually means that AI is a very natural progression from where they are now. We all know that we have challenges of data, and we always put it across as challenges of data, but we know that the data is there. So in your experience, I'm sure you've seen organizations where the AI actually existed almost implicitly by virtue of the quality of the resources that they had. Because it wasn't an initiative in the company, they didn't formally implement it in the department, but the individuals were doing their work. And beyond ChatGPT, I mean, I want to go beyond this ChatGPT activity. So maybe you can talk about how organizations are almost sort of AI ready from different aspects.
I think what most organizations, they don't realize is that the foundational blocks of AI, they already have, or most organizations have. Why? Because they have embarked upon this digital transformation journey over the last 10 years. So, for example, they have migrated to the cloud and they're offering SaaS services and their data is being stored. Yes, there is silos and there is fragmentation of data, but more or less data is being stored in the centralized repository and so forth. In my experience, and I think you sort of touched upon it, what I've found is in most organizations, there are employees that are really well versed in AI, especially AI prompts. I mean, writing or prompt engineering, because they've been doing it on the side or they've been engaged in it in some endeavor or some initiative. It's just that they've not been recognized and they're not known. So hence, as part of Sage, one of the most important things I do is that actually I do an assessment of the AI capabilities. And one of them is to do with the human talent. Yes, for more complex AI use cases, you need to have proper data scientists. But the challenge that most organizations face today is one of adoption. What I mean by that is that here I'm not talking about the end product of a AI solution, like perhaps maybe a recommendation engine or maybe a chatbot that's helping customers fill in, let's say, application forms for claims. Here I'm actually talking about employees not really using AI, and the company has spent a lot of money, let's say with Microsoft Copilot, but they're not using the actual tool. So you can go in and you can identify people that are already there in the organization that are very good at prompt engineering. All they need is a bit more of a structured approach and maybe some guidance. And yes, you can also get external resources, but in my experience, especially young talent, young resources are quite well acquainted with the nuances as well as the complexities of prompt engineering.